Supreme Court's controversial ruling, 8 men face deportation to South Sudan. Here's what you should know. The news broke that the U.S. Supreme Court has endorsed the Trump administration's plan to deport 8 men to war-ravaged South Sudan, a destination where very few have actual connections. These men, held for weeks at an American military installation in Djibouti, come from various countries, including Vietnam, South Korea, Mexico, Laos, Cuba, and Myanmar. In this case, only one is originally from South Sudan, but here's where it gets controversial. The Supreme Court's decision effectively allows immigration officials to rapidly deport individuals to countries where they have no established connections. This recent ruling reversed an earlier decision that mandated these immigrants be given a chance to demonstrate they might face severe dangers, such as torture or persecution, if sent back. Trina Ralmuto, who is the executive director of the National Immigration Litigation Alliance and represents the 8 men involved, highlighted their potential plight. She warned that upon reaching South Sudan, they might encounter perilous situations and possibly face detention without immediate support from the authorities. To stir further debate, 2 of the Supreme Court's liberal justices, Sonia Sotomayor and Ketanji Brown Jackson, expressed strong disapproval. They opposed the viewpoint that the ruling unfairly favors the government, noting that deportations without proper consideration of human rights place these non-citizens at grave risk. And this is the part most people miss. The Trump administration has been proactively seeking agreements with other nations to accept deportees whom the U.S. cannot swiftly return to their countries of origin. These men, some of whom have concluded their sentences for serious offenses, face this new deportation dilemma. Their sentences have ended, and they have official orders mandating their departure from the U.S. Yet, some like Tuan Tan Phan from Vietnam, who grew up in the U.S. and was involved in a tragic incident as a teenager, had intended to return to Vietnam after fulfilling his sentence. Originally, these men were informed of deportation to South Africa, but having refused to sign deportation papers, their scenario escalated in Massachusetts. Judge Brian E. Murphy ruled that written notification must be provided to any immigrant facing deportation to a third country, granting them the right to claim a reasonable fear of torture. The men were redirected to South Sudan and flown to Camp Lemonnier, a U.S. military base in Djibouti, where they endured strict supervision in serious conditions, highlighted by health concerns and exposure to malaria. What are your thoughts on the government leveraging international agreements for deportations? Might these actions lead to potential human rights violations? Share your views below.